Okay, so trigonometry is literally the measure of triangles. That's what the word means. And we know triangles are made up of angles and sides. Right? It is the convention of the book, not just this book, but a lot of books, that when they refer to a triangle, you're usually going to use the letters A, B, C for your triangle A, B, C. The vertices of the triangle are represented by capital letters, A, B, C, and the sides are represented by lowercase letters, where the side across from angle A is lowercase letter A, right? The side across from angle B is lowercase letter B. Right? So sometimes they just ask a problem that refers to lowercase letters, and you're like, well, which one is which? That's how you're supposed to lay it out. When the angle is a variable, then it's very common that they use Greek letters to represent the angle. In this case, that symbol right there is theta. Right? But you could use any, I mean, even today they're going to use T, they're going to use alpha, beta. There's all kinds of things. You okay? Sure. Charlotte? Okay, we will use the trig functions. I know that you've done sine, cosine, and tangent before. If you remember, the sine was opposite over hypotenuse in a right triangle. The cosine was adjacent over hypotenuse. And the tangent was opposite over adjacent. Those three I know you dealt with before. The other three, cosecant, secant, and cotangent, are the reciprocals, meaning the flip of these, right? 1 over the sine is the cosecant. Right? 1 over the cosine is the secant, and 1 over the tangent is the cotangent. Okay, the x in this case is the argument of the function, and it's always an angle. Right? It's always an angle. Right? So a common mistake that I've seen before is where, for example, let's say you got a right triangle. That's good. Let's say you got a right triangle, and the opposite side is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. Then that is what the sine equals. Okay? But sometimes students try to take that 3/5 and make it the x, and it's not the x. Right? The ratio of sides doesn't go in the function. Only the measure of the angle goes inside the trig function. So never try to take anything else but an angle and put it in the place of x.